I think the one tip that I would say is that if you're not doing it already, in terms of the one thing I would ask a CMO to do is to make sure they know who their first team is. So right now CMOs are very focused on leading their team, their marketing department. I would like to see the CMO in 2015 be at the table with the management team of companies and realizing and making a conscious decision to flick that light switch on that the leadership team of the company is their first team. That means the leadership team of the company comes first.
The key focus for marketeers in 2015 is maintaining the willingness of customers to pay price premiums. They are under threat everywhere in every sector. It's still not the case that we're returning to anything like boom conditions, as I've said. And frankly, you've got some customers out there, millions of customers, with pretty zipped up wallets. And I think that you're going to have to justify price premiums at every level in ways just as intensely as you've done since 2008.
I think the key focus for marketers in 2015 is actually to throw out the old rule book. So if you haven't done so already, and many marketers I think will probably have done that already. But by that what I mean is that the days of the fixed 3-year plan where little or nothing changes are well and truly gone. And if you don't have that culture and environment within your organisation and your marketing organisation already, now's the time to make that happen. Ensure you surround yourself with people who have a finger on the pulse, who know what the market is looking for and demanding in any given month or period or year, and ensure that you're well positioned to respond to that. I think, you know, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, today, or indeed if you ask me in 10 years' time, what is the other key thing marketers should focus on? It has to be financial literacy. And by that what I mean is, you know, no marketer can absolutely ensure they optimise their impact on an organisation if they are unable to demonstrate the impact of their activity on the P&L and the balance sheet of an organisation. So if you do nothing else in 2015 but actually shift up a gear to a point where you can stand in front of a board and tell them, you know, why they need to invest in a plan, why they need to either spend money or enter a new market, if you can demonstrate that in terms of the ROI for the board, then there is absolutely no reason why marketing doesn't move absolutely centre stage in the organisation.
So I see the key focus for marketers in 2015 to be able to continue to better understand consumer experience, drive the levels of customer engagement which will differentiate their brands, and also meet the expectations that are set across industries to create the level and depth of engagement with their customers which will ultimately drive growth in the organisations they represent.
In terms of the key focus for marketers in 2015, I'll tell you what I'm focused on and what our organisation is focused on, which is probably a good place to start. I think what's going to be really important is defining a really good brand purpose that lives the values of the companies in a meaningful way for consumers, so that we can make the transition from a broadcast brand to an engagement brand. And we need that clear purpose in order to have a single and clear engagement strategy with consumers through all the touch points. That's what can really guide the focus of how we communicate and what we communicate.
The key focus for marketers in 2015 is to understand better where design touches their business. Where are they using design across the different silos or divisions of the organisation and down through the management hierarchy, and try to understand what is being spent and where, add it all up and be prepared for a shock.
The key focus for marketeers is really to look at how consumers or customers are interacting with their brand, the role of the brand in the customers' lives, and ensuring they're making the changes now. The organisational changes, the process changes, the creative changes, the changes across the organisation with IT, with sales, that ensures that the company understands its purpose, understands the role of its brand in their consumers' lives, and starts to accelerate the company's ability to play a proper role in the consumer's experience of the brand. Now that takes a lot of change organisationally and also process-wise and maybe capability-wise. But because things are moving so fast, what came out today was you can't wait till 2015. This defining, reorganisation, repositioning and fine-tuning needs to happen immediately.
In the period ahead, the main challenge facing marketers is getting the marketing mindset into the boardroom. Certainly that's what occupies the attention of the Chief Marketing Officer. Because there is no sustainable strategy for any business that is not marketing centred, the board have to understand the marketing mindset and have to demonstrate that in their decision making. So it's absolutely key that the most senior marketing decision maker in the company has the ear of the board and can influence the board in their decision making at their level, so that the business can maximise its opportunities in the marketplace.